Heard a lot about vacations somewhere on tropical islands. I heard about the sky blue waters, the buried treasures and pirates. I heard all the famous stories, from comic books to mystery. But sometimes the type of gets boring, and I need some sense to set me free. So I took a pen and wrote a series. It's called Company Meets the Lonely. Scene opened up with Mooney in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off as I begin to kiss you. No, no, till you get excited. No, no, come do it again. Now I've flown all other finest jet planes, landing in some other life cities. Tossed money at the stripper dancers, all because they show they tickle bitty. Now I stepped out the most expensive car, from private pools to stretch. But material things just don't get me high. Sex to set me free. But I need an actress to play her part in Company Meets the Lonely. Money in my bed, ooh, yeah. Taking your clothes off as I begin to kiss you. No, no, till you get excited. No, no, come do it again. The scene opens up, you. Money in my bed, me. You taking your clothes off as I begin to kiss. So anybody here, they can come and watch us in the door. Leave us alone, away from the door. Say you never, what you don't do now. Hope you're ready, guess I'm pretty about to put it down. Tell you never, just respect you. Not tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spend you. That last girl, gotta make it last down. I'm so never be up. I know I'm trying to say stop when the beat say go. There you go again, that voice is low. Watch you make your girlfriend go. I've been waiting patiently. I've been waiting and where I be. The cousin rockets in the industry, making this so that she can't sleep. Yes, you know till you get excited. No, come do it again. The scene opens up with Mooney in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off as I begin to kiss you. No, no, till you get excited. No, no, come do it again. The scene opens up with Mooney in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off as I begin to kiss you. No, no, till you get excited. No, no, come do it again. The scene opens up with Mooney in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off as I begin to kiss you. No, no, till you get excited. No, no, come do it again. The scene opens up with Mooney in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off as I begin to kiss you.
All right. Shout out to everybody that's here. What's up, Dream Team? What up, Oak Cove? What up, family and friends? How y'all doing? What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go recap some stuff that I did yesterday, and we're gonna start with part 1. You feel me? And we're gonna start with part 1. So we're starting with part 1. We're just gonna, say what we said. We're gonna do what we do. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm happy that everybody's here. But we're gonna look at some things where some folks might have not been here. They might not have been able to tune in, or they might have just missed yesterday, because yesterday was epic. So, PG, what's up? Lowdown, Willie, Miss Lady T, L Good, Kiva, everybody's here. So, what we gonna do? I don't know why I look blurry. What we gonna do is we're just gonna go over some stuff, and some people might have missed some stuff about Don Russell, but hey, I'm not gonna let y'all forget it, because no matter how other people try to cover it up, he's trying to promote the RICO against R. Kelly. And 1, 2, and 3 of the series that I did, the tap dancing, chicken shifting, Dollar General, that series that I did, I'm going to rebrand it and call it Surviving the Tap Dancing, Chicken Shifting General Don Russell. So I ain't going to hold you up. Let's go ahead and jump to this real quick, and let's see what's going to happen. Let's go. Also, I want to say this before I start. I'm gonna correct something. Don Russell came around Robert July 2018, and between July 2018 and February 2020, which is 2 years, not quite 2 years, but almost 2 years, this man created this much hell for Robert Sylvester Kelly. So either you was just that dumb, or you was obvious. You was sent in to promote a RICO Act. But hey, Dewan, but I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. In this production that I did yesterday, that a lot of people found informational and intriguing. Let's go. Because I hear some people saying this and saying that, and then I even seen people who's not even relevant that lives in Chicago that dick rides the story of R. Kelly, and then try to put me in there like I'm the one that's a bad guy. We ain't gonna do that. So what I'm gonna say is, what's up, Dream Team? What up, friends? What up, Oak Cove? Hey, y'all go get everybody. And bring them over here, because we're gonna put this timeline together. I want to say around. Oh boy, I'm in my DMX mode. I feel like, hey, Mama T. I want to say in my around July 2018, Don Russell was introduced back to Robert. From that point, some crazy things start happening all of a sudden. Now, y'all hear when y'all heard when Larry, grown little boy, gave the situation of the whole timeline, right? Okay. So let's break this down, because we're going to talk about some things. All right. Hold on. Let's see which one it is first. There it is. So I'm going to take snippets from different pieces, and y'all going to be able to see where this is going. Because in the beginning, let me send this off real quick. I got an hour before I get it in. So, in the beginning, I guess Don was under this whole elaborate plan that he seen that R. Kelly was down, and he figured he can bring himself in to destroy Robert even more. To destroy Robert even more. So it would have been an easy takedown. And Don Russell's words are, I'm fighting for Rob, but if you're fighting for Rob, Don, there's zero evidence for you to prove that you're fighting for Rob. He say he trying to take the music and sell it so that way he can get Robert new lawyers. Well, Robert never agreed to new lawyers. Then he sit back and say, oh no, I can do this and do that. But nothing came forth. However, the only thing that came forth is Don Russell's actions. And I'm going to break it down to y'all. He's taking the music to help the federal government prove the RICO Act. Dana, what do you mean? Well, I'm going to play an event full of things that y'all might want to see that a lot of y'all probably seen but didn't keep abreast of it. So, Exhibit A. Grown little boy is telling a breakdown. So let's listen to what he say.
This family, this mother-son duo, they live in a duplex. She lives upstairs on the main floor. Don lives on the bottom in Chicago. But they have never stopped from that point on in doing things to try to finesse people out of shit to make money off this man. Right? So, well, listen to this. This is gonna blow your mind. So they're pushed out because R. Kelly's team, they already don't like him. But at the time, they don't know. R. Kelly's team and his lawyers, they don't know anything about Don and Cash and all of this stuff that we be talking about. They don't know it to this day, right? So we're going to come back to that. But I want you to understand this. Bruce is in jail. It's going to blow your mind. Bruce is in jail. So Don and his mother started contacting Bruce on some pen pal shit, right? Because Bruce don't really got nobody. He in jail, you know? And Bruce asked him, say, hey, can I parole out to your house, right? Bruce paroles out to Don's house. Don gives Bruce a room on the first floor, right? And this is fucked up, you know? But the real reason that Don got Bruce out of jail is because he was trying to work on a documentary and he wanted Bruce to be in the documentary. But at the time that Bruce is living in the house, Don goes out to the storage that was seized and they took what they needed out of there and stole 3 truckloads of R. Kelly shit.
Let's stop right there. I don't believe a friend is going to steal anything. Hello, everybody. I don't think a friend is going to steal anything from another friend. So before Bruce got to Don's house, Don had went to the storage. As y'all heard, 3 truckloads. And you heard Bruce come on the following day and talk about it, Bruce and Sharon. 3 truckloads, right? But before that, they took ADATs, pictures, trophies from the studio. And I broke it down to y'all the other day And I showed y'all when the judge gave the injunction on Robert that he can't be at the studio, only but during certain times, and Robert fought it. The only person that was going there was Don because he knew the wife, I guess the person that was owning in the studio. Okay. So from that point, we get to Bruce getting there, Don leaving. As you notice, Bruce said he only seen Don a couple times. So from June or July 2018 until hold on, let me get it straight. Until
What up, Bill?
November 2018.
Part 4.
That's 2 years. Now, either you are overtly stupid or you came in with a plan to fuck him up.
I'm going to correct them dates. Them dates is from July 2018 to February 2020 and current.
Now, I'm not judging and I'm not saying which one it was. I'm going to let y'all be the judge. Because I'm going to throw some things out there to y'all that y'all don't even know. That I didn't even know until I started looking at stuff. So let's fast forward. Robert got to turn himself in to the state. Robert got to turn himself into the state, and in doing so, this guy jumps out in full force in front of cameras, in front of everybody, and gives this interview.
You guys are the reason you're inside the story, it's not stop the other side. You talked to the Southside Court earlier today about some of the challenges he's faced in his life. You say this is the result of bad choices, but not bad. It's not bad choices. He's a survivor. This is a young guy, this is a guy, an older man who was, at the age of 8, molested by his sister for 8 years. And who told him she would kill him if he told his mother. I mean, so you got to realize, that's your sister.
What's up, EJ?
Any of us have been through it? No. So you don't know what it feels like to go through that for 10 years of your life. It's in his book. He wrote the book, Solar Coaster. That's his book. All this is in there. So does that excuse any of the alleged behavior? Absolutely not. It's alleged behavior. And that's because you're hearing from one side. Remember, this is not a man who lets anybody in any of his events. It's not a man who I've ever seen go on and target a certain type of individual. Take my glasses off so I can see what you were saying. He's never targeted young people. That's not him.
But to what you were saying he was young and his sister was that age. Does he feel...
His sister was 10 years older than him.
Right, a teenager.
Right.
But I'm saying perhaps the age of this alleged victim.
Right. Say it again.
But that's about the age of his alleged
victim.
So
what should he do? He should be in the room with the psychiatrist, not police. And we know how the industry is. If you snort coke, they're going to put that in front of you. If you like women, they're going to put that in front of you. He doesn't call anybody coming to his events. The allegations are very, very young girls. Yeah, but these are women that, you got to think about this. Rob, when you go, just Lexi, we know about his issues with his, with not being properly educated and things of that nature. He wasn't going to that school because he was targeting somebody. He had a teacher, Linda McGlynn, who actually taught him how to play the piano and taught him about music and a lot of things. So he wasn't going there targeting anybody. He was going to learn more about his craft.
I told y'all he talked fast. So if y'all paid attention, y'all heard him say pretty much that Robert was stupid. Let's go back and look at that.
But to what you were saying he was young and his sister was that age. Does he feel...
His sister was 10 years older than him.
Right, a teenager.
Right.
But I'm saying perhaps the age of his alleged victim.
Right. Say it again.
But that's about the age of his alleged victim.
So what should he do? He should be in the room with the psychiatrist, not police. And we know how the industry is. If you snort coke, they're going to put that in front of you. If you like women, they're going to put that in front of you. He He doesn't target anybody coming to his events. So the allegations are very, very young girls. Yeah, but these are women that, I mean, you got to think about this. Rob, you know, when you go, dyslexic, you know about his issues with his, you know, with not being properly educated and things of that nature. He wasn't going to that school because he was.
So he's saying Rob is not properly educated. So at the end of the day, if that's your man, why would you say he's not properly educated? Why would you say that he don't need to be in front of police, which I agree, but then you said that he belonged in front of psychiatrists, meaning that he did it. So which one is it? Is he guilty or is he not? Because you're giving Catch-22's answers. That's what's fueling these publicists. Let's finish. Hold on. Stephen Vargas said, yo, Dana, quick. All this time we thought Don knew Kelly. Why does he continue to act like if he does creating this big ass story, like we wouldn't find out? Wouldn't it be a simple solution to verify with Rob? Facts. And I believe that everybody has verified with Rob. If you listen to what Bruce said, Stephen, Bruce said that Rob told everybody not to even talk to this guy anymore, and because of what he has done. So let's finish.
Was targeting somebody. He had a teacher who, Lena McGlynn, who actually taught him how to play the piano and taught him about
thank you, Big Baby, for now.
He was going to learn more about his craft. He's perfected his craft.
Did he have sex with 14-year-old girls?
Absolutely not. That's not what this man went into anything to do. Is he hypersexual? That's a question you ask him. But that didn't stem from him being someone that goes out to do that. What happened to him, that didn't stem from him being someone that goes out.
Question: whether Rob is hypersexual or lower sexual or calm sexual, why would you even bring that up? That's nobody's business. That's what I mean by we're friends like Don, and you don't need enemies. Let's continue.
What happened to him put him in that position? You're 8 years old. Somebody's taking advantage of you. What do you think is going to happen to you? Stop to that.
My question is, did he have sex with 14-year-old
Absolutely
girls?
Not. Absolutely not. I mean, like I said, but I lost my blood. I mean, so if he was sitting here and think that somebody, I'm going to be around somebody who's targeting young women, I'm not going to do it. I mean, so, you know, for the fact of the matter is, he's not the person that these women that are out here targeting men of high stature to validate themselves. That's just not who he is.
What about the videos?
The videos exist, but you think about this. Back in those days, Mike Tyson went to jail for what?
Time out. We sitting up here saying that the videos is not Rob. This, and this. This nigga go jump out there and say the videos is there. They exist. So what I'm saying is this is an interview that nobody authorized. And I stand corrected once again. This is when Rob came home. So once again, this is an interview that nobody authorized. And he sends signals to the Fed saying the videotapes exist. Which also is saying, I'm close to Robert. Listen to what I got to say. So my next move, you can bond, you can merge me in with Robert. And that's what we have now. The federal government is trying to merge him, Michael Williams, and Richard Arline to Robert. And Robert don't know none of them. Let's finish.
Because he can prove what happened in that room, right? So he's not taking videos because he gets something off of it. He can have sex every day. He wants to, he's all Kelly. So you got to think about that. The only way to prove that it was consensual, maybe he wasn't, that's not what he chose, that's what he was advised to do. So he's not a bad person. He's not.
So now this pissed me off because now he just said he taped himself to prove that it's consensual. That's not the problem. The problem is they're saying that it's underage girls on the tape. So therefore, if it's underage girls on a tape, Con, you just came out and said, oh, he taped it just to make sure it's consensual. Time out. You can't consent to an underage minor. So either it's true or it's not. I'm standing on the value of Rob have not taped himself or had any relations with underage girls. He had them with younger women, but not underage girls. This nigga sits there and say, oh, he recorded himself to prove that it was consent. Can somebody help me with this? Dude, this not seem like red flags to the public and signals straight to the federal agent that's watching this? I'm just saying, hey, Lana, I'm just saying, if I'm wrong, can y'all tell me that I'm reaching? You're not feeling well? Okay, I'm gonna pray for you now. Definitely. So, am I reaching or do this sound logical? Because if this don't sound logical, if it's like I'm reaching, I'll stop. So, am I reaching with this? Oh, can y'all put yes or no in the chat if I'm reaching? But it just don't seem right to me. It seemed like he's signaling the feds and he's putting to the press that this fallacy that's not even factual. Said no, okay. Let's finish.
The monster everybody's portraying him to be, and you got to think about the agenda of those folks that are targeting him right now. There's two sides to the equation. Everybody's focused on him and the alleged survivors. Do you think this is extortion? I mean, do research. I mean, you got what is Shanti McGee? He's got 7 felonies for extortion, for bribery, for theft. Why is that rapture?
Now, this is how stupid this is. The first name you pull out is Ashanti McGee. That don't make sense. Everybody knows she's in her mid-30s. The problem is not the women. The problem is the ages that the government is putting out there. So you jumping in front of a camera trying to, as we thought, defend Rob, but you go to hurt him even more. And they're going to use this in court. Now, how do you come back from this? You can't. Mr. Kelly, why is Don the Con Corleone doing interviews on your behalf? Robert gonna say, Judge and Donnelly, I can't answer that. I was in Biggs taking a boo-boo. I haven't boo-booed in 3 days. So why is this man speaking? I don't know. I didn't know that he did it. That separates. Well, Mr. Kelly, why was he there? Well, you know, he was just in the area. I know his mom. I don't know him. But we have people around on the internet saying Don Russell is for Rob. No, stop. Immediately. Pineapples. No. You got to separate that. And what I'm going to do, no, not tomorrow, because I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow. Then Wednesday, I'm going to do part 3. Thursday night, I'm going to read the whole Don Russell indictment, the one that was under seal. So y'all can better understand why myself and everybody else is saying, no, Don, just stop. You're hurting him. But that's his agenda. Bruce even said it. Robert's where he need to be. That's what Don told Bruce. Nah, man. That's not where your friend need to be. If he's your friend. Let's finish.
Not in question right now. Why should have a person that people are looking at and thinking it's spread with 20 years? There's some of the other cases of Johanna Pace, who's never been there, producing a marriage certificate. Watch that by last night. You brought something up about.
Well, I'm gonna go here. How do you know? Well, no. First of all, I'm gonna ask this question: who the hell is Jahonda? Are you trying to say E Honda or Geronda? Because there is no Jahonda. I don't know who that is. Second of all, and you gotta look at this. You got the crash dummies following him, right? This the same man that said Geronda Pace and Jasmine are sisters. This is the same one that said that Rashonda Landfair is Sparkle's daughter. Wait a minute. Dealing with him, you will have conspiracy theories having you running around the track. Okay. So that means, let's get this straight. Okay, I'm gonna break it down like this. Let's get this straight. So you have Jasmine, Jasmine, who came in, the one that Don Russell pulled the gun on, the one that, was cool with me at one point. You had Jasmine and Geronda. They sisters, as he say. They look nothing alike. Different moms, different fathers. Don't know each other. Never seen each other. So can somebody explain to me how they sisters? Then you have Rashonda Landfair, right? He said that Rashonda Landfair is Sparkle's daughter. So that means, if that's the case, it's some real freaky shit going on. Because if Rob called Rashonda Landfair his goddaughter, right? That means Valerie Landfair is not Rashonda's mama. That means Greg Landfair is sleeping with his sister and Sparkle. That means Rashonda is an incest baby, if that was true. You see the fallacies? Greg and Valerie been married for eons. That's how they had Rashonda. Then the other lie was, he said Sharon Wimbush was in the house and she can vouch that Sparkle is Rashonda's mama. Now, if Sharon Wimbush is in the house and she can vouch that Greg is spanking his sister, it must be some freaky shit going on. And see, these are the type of things that people need to do their research on before they say, Don the muscle, Don the man. Wait a minute. What are you saying? What are you saying? Don? What are you saying? This the same man that said, me and my mama cleared up his tax stuff. And then tomorrow, he going to turn around and say, what the feds came back and hit him with wasn't his tax problem. It was what he owed the studio. When in the motion, it clearly say R. Kelly owes IRS $3.2 million. So how was that the studio? I'm just trying to make this make sense to some people. And people do not want to hear the sense. It's impossible for the federal government to come and probe their own and say, Robert owes this much. But then you come and say, nah, that's not what the federal government meant. They trying to say that Robert tax issue is straight. It's the studio that he owed. Now, I ain't a scholar. I'm not the sharpest pencil in the box. but I'm far from the dumbest motherfucker on the block. And I'm very, very smart and keen to certain things. Them certain things is whatever I want to be smart and keen to, that's what I'm a ping on. So when you get these type of actions, you have to ask yourself, why am I listening to him again? Because those three things right there will destroy Rob. Then you got to look at his crew. Look at his front line. Everybody that came in and said, we for Kales ain't for Kales. Jet Fly Leaks told you on many occasions that he's not for Robert. But I got people saying, Prima, hey sis. I got people saying, oh, Don is the muscle. Well, Bruce just told you that Don was playing songs that he never heard before from Robert. I do believe I was the first one to break it, but nobody listening. So then Prima turned around. Prima Donna turned around and wore y'all asses out. Prima Donna said, it's mighty funny that is a connection in LA. So now I'm going to put this to rest. It's mighty funny that Don Russell said somebody broke into my car and took 2 hard drives and just stopped there. And he said took some other things and took his discovery. But what he failed to mention is who else is in LA that have Rob's music? Who leaked I Admit? Julius. Why Julius and Don Russell fall out? See, these are the things that y'all got to understand. Julius trying to build his company. But Julius' friendship also is with Don. Who's the common denominator in between Julius and Don? Cash. Who's Michael Williams related to? Cash. Who was with Cash in New York when Don called that gun threat? Cash and Michael Williams. So let me ask you this again. If Jet Fly Leaks is connected to Don and everybody else is connected to Don, why is Robert paying for what Don did? Let's go here. In order, because I'm going to go here. If one of us was to do half of what Don did on that paper, we would have no bail. So in order to stay out on the street and violate, because he clearly violated his bond. If you notice, around Easter time, he went mighty quiet. But word on the street is 1.3 million from the feds will carry you a long way. I don't know if y'all catching what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it again. 1.3 from the feds will carry you a long way. So you can't come out splurging because of the fact, if you come out splurging that 1.3, people going to start questioning, wait, where you get this money from? And your lies can't stay consistent, so you're going to slip up, as you always do. So, to me, it seemed like a collective group, a collective individual. Because you have Lindsay, who's saying, Julius is Rob's manager. I'm going to just put that there. Prima Donna said Cash told him the truth long ago. That's why he has his team trying to intimidate her on Twitter, October 2019. Wow. Facts. But like I say, Lindsay came out and said that Julius was Rob's manager. Alexis checked her. And she said, well, he does things for Rob that he should be his manager. But you can't say that in the public, and especially when you have people who's there with Rob on a daily basis. So you got to understand this. Don kept saying, oh, we're going to put his music out overseas. What is the last thing that Lindsay said on Sylvia's page? Well, we're going to create a buzz overseas, y'all. That right there made me say, okay. Overseas buzz. Where did I hear that at? Dawn, Lindsay. Now, I don't have no proof that them two are working together. But my mom always told me if the stove is hot, don't touch the eye. So if you got Julius in LA, you got Don in LA. Music is being leaked by Jet Fly Leaks, who calls from a Texas text now number. And every time AR Rich disappears, Jet Fly Leaks disappear. That don't seem kind of strange to you? For the amount of time that Richard Arline, aka AR Rich, and I still say aka Jet Fly Leaks, disappears, the Jet Fly Leaks disappear. Now, when Richard Arline reappear, Jet Fly Leaks reappear. Watch this. This is the time that Jet Fly Leaks, this is the time that Richard Arline supposed to be in Jamaica with his pastor, right? Have we seen Jet Fly Leaks? Make it make sense. Now, during the time that he's supposed to come back, we're going to see Jet Fly reemerge. Then if you pay attention to what Jet Fly said in the beginning, he always said Robert didn't fulfill his contract with us. Who's us? You always hear Don talk about this small group they got going on. So who's the small group? Then you'll see Don fade to black. Then you see his group come forth. Then you see his foot soldiers rear up. Don, you ain't slick. Because you stage that whole break-in so that way when you go back in front of the judge in Eastern District, New York, you can say that you're being stalked, and you can say that the victim father that's in that case is harassing you. So, judge, you should throw this case out. I'm already on top of it. And you create such a havoc when you said somebody stole 2 hard drives and a discovery out of my back seat of the car. That's the most stupidest shit ever. If somebody gonna be a crook and take your hard drive, ain't nobody giving a fuck about no paper. So fuck your discovery. I'm gonna take every computer. You gotta think like a crook. So they took. So you mean to tell me that Texas Black Diamond painted this story so well that she expect me to believe that people came and took 2 hard drives, 2 computers, left a computer, logged in a computer, emailed Angelo, and then got a response back, and then emailed him back, closed the computer, went past the security, but that's on a computer, and then put the computer back in the car and left? At that moment, everybody should have said, you know what, this motherfucker playing on my intelligence. I'm out. You cannot play on the intelligence of people that pay attention. And then watch this. Sharon Wimbush came out and said, Don, bring back Robert's stuff. The lawyers are extremely mad, and Robert is mad. Hey, Toy, instead of Don saying, I don't know what you're talking about, he said, why? Wait a minute. I thought somebody broke in your car. I thought somebody took your shit. So if somebody took the hard drives out the car, why was your response why? Secondly, that nobody paid attention to. If somebody broke in your car, if Angelo broke in your car and took 2 hard drives, 2 computers, and left a computer there, emailed himself, bypassed your security, and emailed himself again, and got a response from you, and then emailed himself again, and then put the computer back, why was your next question is, so Angelo and them can steal it? Why would Angelo have to re-steal it if he stole it already? These are questions that nobody's asking. If Angelo done stole it, why re-steal it? These are questions that nobody asking about. Because I'm going to go here. If somebody stole my computer, right? And I leave and come back and my computer there, I'm not going to go put out another allegation saying that person took my computer because it's back. But why re-steal something that's stolen? That's one thing I want to ask. And nobody, and I put it like this, nobody from the Kel side, the bootleg team Kel side, aka the Don Russell officials, nobody can tell me why this is going on. Nobody can tell me who stole what. Nobody can tell me none of that. So my question is, if the hard drives and stuff was taken, when was they given back for them to be taken again? I don't think y'all feeling what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that communication up real quick. I'm going to put that communication up because I'm completely, and when I say completely, I'm completely lost at the response somebody will give to somebody that stole their shit. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And maybe I'm slow or something, which I doubt that I'm slow at all. But I just don't get, like, why lie to Robert's fan base? Why lie? Why lie to Robert's fan base? Hold on, let me pick it up. Let me get it. Let's see. Let's see. Why lie to Robert's fan base? And if you're going to lie to his fan base, make it believable. I mean, is this it? Let me see. Yep, there it is. There it is. Okay. So let's take a look at what Chicken George said. This is after he came out and said that This is after he came out and said that his 2 hard drives that had Rob's music and everything was taken, right? So Shern said, just bring back everything. Don Russell's first reply is, why? Well, if you don't have it, how can you bring anything back? Which means the break-in was staged. And, hey, Tawana Campbell, and since the break-in was staged, you need insurance money to pay off some things to make it seem like you going through the formalities. But in actuality, you want to spend a little bit of that 1.3 that the feds have laced you with, allegedly. Word on the curb from the streets of Chicago. So he says, why, Shern? So your commander-in-chief, Angelo ass Clary, and his den of thieves can steal them. But wait, I thought they were already stolen. So if they were already stolen, how can they be stolen again? Which makes you believe that it wasn't never taken. Then he says, the same way he looted RSK's Trump apartment. How did he even know that the apartment was looted unless you went there? Because from the looks, from the fight and everything, it was boxes packed. It looked like it was people moving in and out, or moving out. I'm sorry. Then he says, hell to the nah. Wait. You done gave confirmation 1, 2, 3, 4. You done gave 4 confirmations that you still have Robert belongings. And nobody broken your shit. Now, this ain't something that I said. So I know Texas Black Diamond them gonna get mad at me, but this ain't what I'm saying. This is what he's saying. So how you gonna get mad at me for the shit he's saying? Then he says, tell this inner circle that you are referring to file a complaint with CPD. Well, I find it funny that you go all the way to California to talk about the inner circle. Because when you're in Chicago, you eating the shit that come out their ass. But okay, we get it. And you gotta show face. You gotta break bad for the internet. Ain't that's what y'all say? The internet. INNER net. Then you said because this alleged theft did take place in Chicago, and because of the participants, the report will surely make its way to a detective's desk. Let's stop there. Because this alleged theft, well, maybe y'all can help me. I got enough women over here. Hey, Queen Christy. And we got enough women over here. We got enough everybody over here. Maybe somebody can help me with this. When you take something that don't belong to you and a person that it belonged to don't give you authority, is that or is that not theft? Now, maybe in this new age, I don't know. But is that or is that not theft? If it's theft, please put yes in the chat. If it's not theft, put hell no. Because I want to know the crowd that I'm talking to today. I mean, if you take something from me and I don't tell you, you're stealing from me. And I'm going to break your knuckles. That's just the avenue I come from. I come from that stock where you ask first. You ask. And if a person want to give it to you, they'll give it to you. If not, they'll tell you no. You ask first. And the problem is, I'm going to go here because I participated in the bullshit. I cussed a lot of people out that I ain't had no business cussing out. I called a lot of female bitches when I ain't have no business doing that. That's not a good representation for Robert Kelly. But I'm human. At the end of the day, Robert fan base wouldn't be so fucked up if Don Russell ain't come in with the lies and orchestrate certain people to run against other people with lies. If Don Russell was really for Robert, if he had the paperwork that he really had, why is Robert still sitting? Why is Robert about to be transported? Somebody make that make sense. Somebody make that make sense. And everybody said for 2.5 years, Dana, you just on Don Russell and you trying to make him out to be the bad guy and this and this. My mama always told me, watch a nigga that talk fast. Watch a nigga that talk fast. So check it. Hold on. Elgood said, are you sending this to the Fed? I don't send anything to the Feds, Elgood. That's not my department. Prima Donna said, am I tripping? Or when, hold on, I'm going to put it what she said. Prima Donna said, am I tripping? Or when people ask why he didn't get Kelly's dog from Azriel, he said he didn't go get his stuff because there's plenty of people there. Yet now he has things because he don't want them to have it. Make it make sense. Prima Donna, you're on it. Make it make sense. Because this letter right here, I don't care if you like me or not. If you're for Robert Sylvester Kelly, it's a certain part of this letter that should make your blood boil. And the part of this letter that should make your blood boil is the part I'm coming up to. And the part I'm coming up to, it says, as a formality, the detective assigned to investigate the alleged theft you are referring to will definitely pay RSK a visit at the MCC to substantiate the allegation described above in your video. If he, here we go, if he, meaning Robert Sylvester Kelly, corroborate your defamation of my character, then and only then will shit get real. So now you threatening Robert. Now you threatening Robert because you took his shit and he want his shit back. So now you're threatening Robert and all your friends. Don is for Robert. Don is this, Don is that. How can you back this up? But wait. Somebody broke in his back window of his car and stole his stuff. That's the lie they was running with. Somebody broke in, not somebody, Angelo. So read the first 2 lines of this letter. That will tell you that Angelo was nowhere near him. Because if Angelo stole it out of your back seat, and I'm going to go here, 2 hard drives full of R. Kelly music, about $2 million a piece. Why would I need any of his other stuff? Now, what? Prima Donna on it today. Look, check it. That sounds like the response similar to the $1 million scheme. Thank you. Thank you. And I said it once and I'm going to say it again. I will not promote the Dollar for the King, aka the R. Kelly Defense Fund. And I'm going to tell you why. And every time I do this, I'm always right. When Robert gets to court and y'all find out Don has made it his business to stop anything to help Robert, and everybody going to say, What could I have done? Think about what was in place to help Robert, but Don had his people attain it. Think about that. I'm not even saying nothing else about it. Think about that. Every lawyer on the case is doing something different now. But if you let them tell it, certain lawyers got fired. Go look at the paperwork. It says retain. And you can't lie on that paperwork. So if you're fired, it's going to say fired or terminated. And then underneath his name, it's going to say fired or terminated. It's not going to say retain underneath. Go back and read the paperwork. It's still there. With Nicole being added. So with this going on, he just threatened Robert. He just admitted that he got Robert's stuff. So here's my question. Who are you sharing it with out in LA? Here's where you separate motherfuckers at. If you in LA and you took 3 truckloads, right? Along with some studio shit. And you out here flaunting this man's stuff around. Who are you partnered with in LA? There's only one other person out there. The same person that had the briefcase of 500 songs. So how did the briefcase get from the studio to Julius? And Julius was in LA the whole time. I keep telling you, ain't nothing going to get past me that I'm not going to snatch up. And when I hear it, I'm going to do my research on it. So when people try to make it seem like me and Julius had a beef, no. Me and Julius ain't never have a beef. Julius was right. We was having fun in Chicago. Tripping with Kales. Even when he had the lady pull up and Robert took off running, talking about TMZ, and all of us took off running. We had fun that day. So while Julius is going to let people get in his ear, that's Julius. But I got questions. Why are you interacting with Don Russell? If you still are. But I will say this. Julius is the one who premiered the whole version of Shooter first. So why was Shooter, the whole verse, the whole album, the whole song I meant, why would that be leaked on YouTube? Coming from Jetfly Leaks. So I know Jetfly deal with Don heavy. But if Julius the only one that had Shooter, then how did Jetfly get it to leak it? So now, Julius, I got to add you to the pot. Because I know you had that one song. Somebody make it make sense. But the overall common denominator and a common factor is who? Don Russell. And when people realize that and understand that nobody is trying to hurt nobody, we just want Robert home. Nobody's trying to hurt nobody. We just want Robert home. Some of us that rock for Robert are real dogs. Some of us are only dogs on the internet. Some of us are real dogs in the street. If we can ever put it together where the dogs from the internet can meet the dogs from the street and we can make a massive crowd, just how powerful would that be? Just how powerful would that be? But when you have Slippery Russell around. His whole job, I'm going to reach out to that young man at Jeff Live, shaking my name here. The hell is his pub? Queen Chrissy, no. Don't do that. I do not want to see you in no indictment. Don't do that. Please. I'm trying to save as many people as possible. Please. Because while he in that paperwork, trust me, the feds are watching. And now it makes sense when Don went on that platform and said, I don't care if the feds listening to me. I don't care. I'm not pleading guilty. When that happened, I said, okay, is this a facade for the internet? Or is this man really going fucking crazy and messing Rob up all the way around the board, knowing that he's connected into Rob? So I get it. You threaten a movie premiere that was at a federal building with over 130 people there. Now, we've seen this play out before, y'all. Last year, when a guy threatened another federal facility and he got no bond and 94 days in jail before he even got to see a judge to arraign him to go see a district judge. Okay. So I got a question. If we seen that happen to a white person, why is Don getting a bond and Robert not? What are you doing for the feds that Robert can't get a bond, but you and your crew got a bond? I don't know if Michael Williams got a bond yet, but I believe it's coming. If they don't give him a bond, he's going to get slapped with a 5 years, which you only got to do 85% of his time, which means he can get out in 4. That's 90. He can get out in 3.5. But wait, Robert got to sit in jail, be transported like a fucking ragdoll, be set up for this RICO per Don Russell and his mama, then got to be transported again back to Chicago to be set up again. Then from Chicago Federal, he got to be transported to Chicago State twice. Then to Minnesota. All of this from August to December. Here's my question. When will Rob ever have time to think? So yes, all of us are needed. As much as I hate to say it, everybody who's not down with helping Rob is part of the problem. And what we displayed on YouTube for 2.5 years on each other, if we can take that and turn it around on the government and everybody that's hurting Rob, don't y'all think Rob can walk scot-free? Shit. Everybody, certain people dox people. Shit, why can't y'all dox motherfucking Don Russell and his mama? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all did. Then y'all joined him. Shit, people run lives for 6 and 7 hours. Let's get out there in front of a bullhorn and run lives on the street for 6 and 7 hours. Let's not walk for an hour and then say we done and then go party for 12. No. from sun up to sundown. Let's let our voices be heard. Everybody takes shifts. I get it. I'm gonna go here. If it's about a Cash App, fuck it. I understand. But here's my thing. From, let's see, because this month is almost over. The whole month of June, this is what I say. And the whole month of June, I challenge everybody. Whatever Cash App you get, send it to any one of his lawyers that you are comfortable with and label it for Robert. There's no way. I'm going to say this because I don't know the exact amount, but I know the last time they probed it, but they said 10,000. I'm going to say, because I know some people have been given, I'm going to say 15,000 right now. However, if everybody give it to whatever lawyer, and you can have your receipt there, because if a lawyer say, oh, no, I ain't get it. Oh, no, yes, you did. Here's a receipt. And if you got to send it to them, I'm going to tell you, don't send it regular mail. Send it certified mail with a green attachment. The green attachment means they need a signature to sign for it. That's how you keep it all down. Somebody from that office got to sign. And you note it for Robert Sylvester Kelly defense. So send it to whatever lawyer you feel comfortable with. Because some people, oh no, I don't like Doug. But Doug been the most vocal and the most transparent. Oh, I don't like Greenberg. Greenberg really don't like a lot of people. Oh, I don't like Nicole. But Nicole barely talked to anybody. Oh, I don't like Tom. Tom definitely don't talk to people. Oh, I don't like Mike. Mike like, okay, I'm working on a case. So now, here's the part. If you don't like the defense fund that's been set up to go directly to the place where the federal government is overseeing, then fine. Send it to your lawyer choice. But there's always a downside to this. And here's the downside. You send it to your lawyer choice, right? That gives the federal government leeway to say, y'all are not sending it to where we probe to see what's going on. So now y'all trying to extort money for Robert. That can potentially bring up more charges, like embezzlement. Now what? Y'all sitting back, oh fuck, damn, that was a dumb move. I said that. When that's all you gotta do is listen from the jump. I ain't saying follow me, because I know a lot of motherfuckers who don't like me and don't know me. But don't follow me. As my shirt say, hell no. Don't follow me. But fact check everything I say. Call Doug and be like, sir, is the R. Kelly Defense Fund legal? Is it real? He gonna break it down. And you might even get a motherfucking a card. But right now, they working. Speaking of Mr. Douglas C. Anton, he had won the 2020 Top Attorney Award for being an excellent attorney last year. Now watch this. Can you get that being a crook? That's what I want to know. Can you get that being a crook? Can you get that shadow bobbing your lawyer or your client? No. I said that to say this, and I'm 13 seconds out. I said that to say this. Everybody need to focus, and we need to get away from the tap dancing chicken shuck in general. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to close and say this. He said that him and Rob grew up together. Okay. Robert is 8 years older than Don Russell. Right. So let's go here. Rob was born January the 8th, 1968. Right. So January the 8th, 1988 would have been 20 years. Right. If Robert was 20 in 88, Don was 12. He was born in 68. If Robert, he was born in 68, we ain't gonna do that one. Okay, let's do it. Okay, Google. What year was Robert Sylvester Kelly born in?
Kelly was born on January 8th, 1967.
I was wrong. I always thought 68. I apologize. I was wrong. Okay. Now that we got that out the way. I don't know everything, but I don't know why I keep saying 68. Okay. So let's go ahead. But that's even better. He was born in 67. 1987, he was 20. Don Russell was 12. So while Robert was on, I believe it's the L train. If Robert was on the L train singing, if he was in the tunnels of Chicago singing, I don't see him hanging with a 12-year-old. That don't make sense. I'm gonna get there next, Ronell. That don't make sense. Do it. A 20-year-old ain't hanging with a 12-year-old. Now I can say if they performed at a talent show together, and Don Russell like, "Hey, Robert," he's like, "Hey, kid, what's up? What's up? What's up?" But you don't see a 20-year-old male hanging with a 12-year-old male, and they not related. And they not related. Now, I'm gonna read two things to y'all, because I got some things sent to me last night that I sat back and I ain't gonna lie to you, I laughed my ass off, dude. I laughed so hard that I was like, yo, this shit crazy. And here's what I'm gonna show you, because y'all know I fact check a lot of stuff. So here's what I'm gonna show you. And we're gonna get this going. Y'all, please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. Let's go ahead. Y'all, please do not laugh at this. So it says, well, let me do it this way. So that way y'all see exactly what it is. I went to Crunchbase, right? Shout out to the person that sent me this. And I said, oh my God. So what it says is, hey, Jocelyn, what it says is Riverdance, where he served as a principal artist, satin suit, where he performed as headliner on the Olive Garden Theater stage at Walt Disney World. Broadway Soul Jam, where he performed in Amsterdam as a headliner in the very popular and successful musical directed by Maurice Hines. Mr. Russell's innovation in the area of musical theater has captured the attention of many great icons such as Oprah Winfrey, on whose show Mr. Russell performed. I can confirm that I never found a clip of Don Russell on an Oprah Winfrey show. Gregory Hines, with whom he has performed. I never seen him with Gregory Hines. President Bill Clinton, for whom Mr. Russell performed for the opening ceremony for the 1996 Democratic National Convention. I know that's a goddamn lie because I was in a jazz band and I was in a jazz ensemble that performed at the Democratic National Convention. Then it says, as a sole owner of one of California's premier recording studios. Wait a minute. So if Don Russell is a sole owner of one of California's premier recording studios, why the name of the studio is not there? Or could this studio be the same studio that Julia's work out of? Or could this be Julia's studio that Don is taking credit for? Mr. Russell has had the opportunity to work with such talents as R. Kelly, Dr. Dre, Jamie Foxx, Randy Jackson, Common, Kid Rock, Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, B.B. Winans, Glenn Jones, Albie Shore, Faith Evans, John B., The Brat, Onyx, Ideal, 112, Savion Glover, Levert, The Gap Band, Terrence Howard, Malik Yober, Brian McKnight, the Nicholas Brothers, Sinbad, Bernie Mac, and Steve Harvey. Mr. Russell has also directed or produced industrials and trade shows for such companies as Honda, Seagram's, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Fujitsu, New Primus, AMD, Unis, and IBM. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. That's very, very, very kind of weird. And I'm going to tell you why it's kind of weird. Because me, I do my research. I know I said I'm about to go, and I know I'm over my hour, but let's do research. Uh-oh. Number of founded organizations, 1. Primary job title, chairman, CEO. Primary organization, Indie Bill. Location, Chicago, Illinois. Regions, Greater Chicago area, Great Lakes, Midwestern USA. Gender, male, also known as the Don. Website, www.indiebill.com. Facebook, view on Facebook. LinkedIn, view on Twitter. Mr. Russell has more than 25 years experience and a strong track record of success that includes streamlining operations and maximizing productivity. Prior to launching Indie Bill Corp, he served as president and CEO of Piracy Control Technology. Also, Mr. Russell served as director of marketing at Rockstar Beverage Corporation. There, hold on, let's finish. There, Mr. Russell was responsible for researching and understanding product brand study, demographics, producing promotions to target key areas, conducting product breakouts to maximize productivity, and acting as a liaison between various departments. Mr. Russell gained additional experience by serving as the creative director of Expo Theater Productions, where he prepared and presented client presentations and maintained responsibilities for hiring independent contractors. He was also the president. He was also the president and owner of PM Studios for more than 5 years, while serving as an A&R director at MCA Universal Music Group. Okay, I can't take this lie no more. Where's my phone? I can't take this lie no more. Hold on. I cannot take this lie no more. I just can't. I can't take this lie no more. Bruh.
Yo, I swear on everything. I was just thinking about you last night.
Yo, I got a.
I'm not even lying. I'm dead serious. I really think about you last night.
Yo, I got a question, sis.
Mm-hmm.
I got this clown who's sitting up here saying that he was an A&R director at MCA Universal Music Group.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Don Russell.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know MCA and Universal came together.
I didn't even know MCA was still a thing.
Exactly. I thought MCA got brought out like 20 years ago.
Sorry, MCA still exists.
And G Money would know this nigga, but G Money said he don't know him.
I don't know him either.
I asked Dougie about him, and Doug said he don't know him. But this man said that he was a tap dancer on an Oprah Winfrey show.
He was a tap dancer on Oprah Winfrey show.
Yeah.
He had tap dance on her show.
Right. When did she ever have anybody tap dancing other than Gregory Hines?
I don't know.
Oh, she had Gregory Hines and she had the nigga from New York. The one that got the dreads.
Savion.
Man.
Yeah, Savion Glover.
I just...
Yeah.
And Savion only worked by herself.
He said he worked for MCA.
Yeah, MCA / Universal Music Group.
They used to work for MCA back in the day. Is that what he meant? Is you sure that ain't what he said?
No.
Oh my God.
But I'm gonna call you back.
Yeah, call me back because I need you to look for some places for me down there.
Oh, so you moving down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, cool. I definitely do that.
All right.
And she was the first one of the first young female artists on MCA. That means she would have had to go through Dawn to go meet somebody. And you heard her say, I never heard of him. I keep trying to tell people, but nobody will listen. So let's finish. Let's finish this immaculate lie. So Mr. Russell attended Columbia College in Chicago and University of Phoenix, Chicago campus. He has an extensive experience as a performer, producer, manager, and director in the entertainment industry. He has performed in or directed several notable productions over the last 10 years. Huh? Hold the hell up. He has performed in or directed several notable productions over the past 10 years. Some of his production credits include Riverdance, where he served as a principal artist, Satin Suit, where he performed as a headliner on the Olive Garden Theater, stage at Walt Disney World, Broadway Soul Jam, where he performed in Amsterdam as a headliner in the very popular and successful musical directed by Maurice Hines. Well, here's the question. What is the name of the musical? Oh, Broadway Soul Jam is the musical. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got a problem. We got a problem. We got a problem. Oh boy. Broadway Soul Jam. Okay. Let's finish this before I go there, because we got a problem. Mr. Russell's innovation in the area of musical theater has captured the attention of many great icons, such as Oprah Winfrey, on whose show Mr. Russell performed, Gregory Hines, with whom he has performed, President Bill Clinton, for whom Mr. Russell performed for at the opening ceremony for the 1996 Democratic National Convention. As sole owner of one of California's premier recording studios, which he haven't disclosed, Mr. Russell has had opportunity to work with such talents. Okay, you got that. So Indie Build, he's the chairman and CEO. So the hub names, Great Lakes Digital Media Companies, Midwestern U.S. Media Companies, you see hub names. United States Digital Entertainment Company, okay. Crunchbase Enterprise helps teams find and close deals through automated prospecting, personalized insights, and key integrations. Okay. His rank is investor. Okay. I see. But now I'm about to bust your bubble with something. Watch this. I'm on Mr. Hines' website. Now, let's read. Mr. Hines is a star of stage, screen, and television. He commenced his acclaimed career at the age of 5, studying tap at the Henry Latang Dance Studio in New York City. Where did Don study at? See, this is what a resume look like. It's laid out. You don't see that in Don's joint. Mr. Latang recognized his extraordinary talents and was soon choreographing numbers specifically for Maurice and his brother. Soon, the brothers were appearing on Broadway and touring as the opening act for such headliners as Lionel Hampton and Gypsy Rose Lee. Their father then joined the act, and shortly thereafter, Hines Hines and Dad was performing to rave reviews in New York, Las Vegas, and Europe. The group also appeared on many television shows, including The Pearl Bailey Show, Hollywood Palace, and 35 appearances on The Tonight Show. Mr. Hines pursued a solo career, and success soon followed when he was chosen to star as Nathan Detroit in the national touring company of Guys and Dolls. After his thrilling performance, Broadway beckoned, and Mr. Hines created a sensation during the 1978-79 season with his singing and dancing in the hit musical Eubie. He followed his performance with celebrated roles co-starring in Bring Back Birdie with Cheetah Rivera and Donald O'Connor, and starring in Sophisticated Ladies. Next, Mr. Hines made his big screen debut in Francis Ford Coppola's The Cotton Club. As the film hit theaters across the country, so did Ballet Tap USA, a dance company created by Mr. Hines and Mercedes Ellerton. Mr. Hines then conceived, directed, and choreographed the musical Uptown, It's Hot, which played for 17 sold-out weeks in Atlantic City. He joined the cast when the show moved to Broadway and received a 1986 Tony Award nomination as Best Actor in a Musical. He followed this achievement by co-directing and choreographing the national tour of the musical Satchmo, produced by Kenneth Field. As one of the few stars who truly loves the road, Mr. Hines then directed, choreographed, and starred in the national tour of the musical Harlem Suite, with successful leading ladies Jennifer Holliday, Stephanie Mills, and Melba Moore. Following these successful stage runs, Mr. Hines turned his attention to directing and choreographing music videos, including the I'll Be Good to You, the first release off of Quincy Jones' Back on the Block album. Mr. Hines has directed the Radio City Spectacular, the African American director for Radio City Music Hall. In the 1994-95 season, Mr. Hines starred as Jelly Roll Morton in the 40-city first-class national tour of the musical Jelly's Last Jam. He recently returned to the role of Nathan Detroit in his first-class national tour of Guys and Dolls. Internationally, Mr. Hines has had some pleasure of directing and choreographing the musicals Havana Night in Cuba, an all-Latin version of The Red Shoes in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He has also created such news shows as Broadway Soul Jam, inaugurating an entertainment complex in Holland. Wait a minute. I want y'all to see that. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Go ahead. Create new shows such as Broadway Jam, Soul Jam, inaugurating an entertainment complex in Holland. So this means that he created the new shows such as Broadway Soul Jam, inaugurating an entertainment complex in Holland, meaning that his stuff was on Broadway, but people were so blown away by it that it inaugurated an entertainment complex, meaning that it entertained, it pretty much started a whole tap dancing school out there. So this was in when? Hold on. Let's see what year this is in. Hold on. Because, see, I do my research. Hold on. Let's see. So let me show you what it's showing me. Let me show you what it's showing me. Because maybe I need the question. What year was Broadway Soul Jam debuted in Holland? 1981. Only in music, though. So if it debuted in Holland in 1981, here's where I'm starting to have a problem at. If it debuted in Holland in 1981, Robert was born in 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. That means Don Russell was born in 75, right? I got a question. So Don Russell was 6 years old in Holland in 81? Something seems fishy to me. Hold on. Hello.
Hello, Miss White. How you doing?
Oh, you got the wrong number.
Sorry.
So if it premiered in 81 and Don was born in 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. Don was 6. And at that time, polio was out. And they didn't have a vaccine for that. And they was only letting adults go to Amsterdam from the United States. Only thing I'm gonna say is make that make sense. Make that make sense. Like I told you, I do my research. I put it down to see like what's really going on, and this stuff is crazy. This stuff is really, really crazy. Also, I'm gonna ask this question. This gonna make a lot of people trip. Now, everybody talking about Robert Jasson stuff, right? Do anybody remember the signature that was on the Faith Rogers letter? Right, love yourself. We might be talking about another Don Russell, but not this Don Russell. Don Russell ain't working with no Gregory Hines. Ron Nelson. So, do anybody remember the signature from the Faith Rogers letter that was sent that they claim Robert had did? Nene, I don't think he even knew Robert as a kid, because when Robert was 20, he was 12. So if he was 12, how was he tap dancing with Robert? Make it make sense. But do anybody remember the signature that was on the Faith Rogers letter? That's all I want to know. Because, see, that's what I'm going to do. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on. See if I can find this letter. Let me see. See if I can get it. If I can find it. Hold on. Okay. It's not it. Okay. I don't see it. I mean, I would have to go do some digging. But do anybody remember? Do anybody remember the signature that was on there? Chris Starr, you say you do. Is a fast talking, deceptive liar for real, for real. Of course, Tawana, I believe that signature was forged. But do you remember what it looked like? By the way, Dana, I know you on a different subject, but just to let you know, Larry live and talking about the Aaliyah situation. Dude still dogging it, shaking my head. I see what he said. Then I'm gonna jump back on there. Okay. Well, this signature is not the same signature. Hold up, man. This signature. Wait a minute. Inbox. Hold on. Okay. Download. There we go. This signature is not the same signature. So I'm going to show it to you. And I'm glad I snatched this from Tasha K. But this signature is not the same signature. Look at this and look at this. Let's see if y'all can see it. The signatures are different. Hey, Sky Zone. Sky in the building. The signatures are totally different. And that's a different signature from the Faith Rogers joint. So I'm lost. How can Geronda say that Robert is signing anything when we know this not him? This can possibly be him, but we know that's not him neither. Let's make this make sense. Then if you, I'm going to blow this up. Hold on. Up here is an address. I can't really make it out. Wait a minute. This is not even Robert's checks. Hold that thought. Let me. Okay. Now I'm pissed. The address on here, right, says 19746 Government Parkway, FLOSSMORE, Florida. That's what this say, right? Now watch this. The old house in Olympia Fields address is 1559 Morros Lane, Olympia Fields, Illinois. Okay. So people have been bamboozled. As she's sitting up there lying, saying that Robert wrote that check, that's not even his name on there, nor is it his address at the time. I don't think Robert ever lived at that place in 2014, but he did live at Olympia Fields. Man, look. When is this stuff going to stop? Now I'm on a mission to blow that piece of the check up and make it very visible. Geronda Pace was lying. All this is for a story for Lifetime. So, Sky Zone and everybody else, I'm going to need your help with this. Let's break this all the way down. But look, I'm about to get up out of here for them to be able to temporarily take down Mr. RSK. It had to take years to orchestrate and synchronize. It started from the industry, the media, the feds, low-level criminals, and accusers for it to be believed facts. Facts, Tawana. I believe that. I know he likes little meaty head boy. Who? Who like little meaty head boys? Hey, Sunshine. But y'all seen the two addresses that didn't even match. And it's not even a signature. So, I'm going to come back and talk about that. But look, I thank y'all for rocking with me today. We're going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to be on all day tomorrow. I'm going to tell y'all because I got some commentary that I didn't get to today that I'm going to do tomorrow. So, we all going to rock out tomorrow. I love every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. 106 strong. Let's continue doing what we're doing. Y'all be blessed. And guess what? Dana J will holler at y'all very soon. You don't have to be blessed. I mean, you don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. Elephants don't swat flies. And you kill lies, haters, rumors with truth, honesty, and respect. Until next time, I holler at y'all. Peace.
Vacations somewhere on tropical islands. I heard about the sky blue waters, the buried treasures and pirates. I heard all of the famous stories from comic books to mystery. But sometimes the type of gets boring, and I need some sex to set me free. So I took a pen and wrote a series. It's called Company Meets the Lonely. Scene opens up with me in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off, it's not even to kiss you. No, till you get excited. No, come do it again. Now I've flown all of the finest jet planes, landing in some of the livest cities. Cost money at the stripper dancer, all because they show they tickle bitty. Now I've stepped out the most expensive car, from Lamborghinis to stretch it. But material things just don't get me high. Sometimes I need some sex to set me free. Gonna need an actress to play her part in Company Meets the Lonely. Me in my bed, yeah. Taking your clothes off, it's not even to kiss you. No, till you get excited. No, come do it again. Scene opened up, you me in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off, it's not even to kiss you. No, till you get excited. No, come do it again. First scene opened up with me in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off, it's not even to kiss you. No, till you get excited. No, come do it again. First scene opened up with me in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off, it's not even to kiss you. No, till you get excited. No, come do it again. First scene opened up with me in my bedroom. You taking your clothes off, it's not even to kiss you. No, till you get excited. No, come